What's up, y'all? It's Alexandria B with Wall Street Been Black. Okay, welcome back to the playbook. Y'all already know what's up. I hope that everyone had a great first week in the market, and I truly pray that no one tries to over leverage themselves. Look, I know that we all love us a good New Year's resolution. I know we all love us a good goals list to start the year off, but listen, there's 365 days in the year 2023. The market was only open for has only been open for 4 of those days, okay? We have so much time to reach our goals, okay? I think that the best thing that you can do mentally for yourself is to not chase these big numbers. Grabbing $50 to $100 a day gets you $500 a week. The next week, you start in with $500 more in your trading account, and you're probably gonna be able to buy, if you started off this week with only being able to buy 1 contract, you're probably gonna be able to go to next week buying 2 contracts, right? Get you your other $500 for that week. Now you sitting up here and you're gonna the next week following that, right? We love compound interest. Grab those gains when you see those gains in this market, okay? We are gain grabbers. I'm gonna go with it. So in the family, we had a really great week. And so I want to start off before we get into some plays that I'm looking at next week, as well as my major small caps and small account friendly swing plays that I'm telling y'all are going to hit. Let's look at our number 1 trade of the week. So our number 1 trade of the week was Netflix. Of course, we played Netflix because Netflix had a really great movement off of Baba's move, right? So we didn't trade Netflix until Friday. And what a beautiful day it was. So let's do top down analysis, of course. The red line here at this 398 is my supply zone, and the green zone down here is at 254 is my demand zone. We can see that this has been a very respected channel now, and since 2018 even. Now, of course, in 2020, we saw the rise, and then we saw the fall. And then we saw the fall, okay? And what a fall it was. Now, some people might ask, Alexandria, you love movies, you love TV shows. Don't you have a Netflix? No. I use the God kids. I use their Netflix, okay? That password sharing is gonna come down on y'all, not me. All right, so then we see that since October that we have been in this ascending channel here, making higher highs as well as higher lows, okay? So let's look at that. Now, let's come down here to the 1 hour and check this out. So the platform that I'm using in here is TradingView. And listen, there is just nothing compares to it. I know a lot of people will chart on TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim or on Webull, E-Trade, Yahoo Finance, all of this stuff. Listen, when you go onto these brokerage accounts or, like Yahoo Finance or anything like that, the charting is a feature on there, okay? TradingView is specifically for charting. It is specifically for charting. So you go over here on TD Ameritrade and you love it because you can place your trade and chart on the same platform. Meanwhile, you're not going to get all that you can get on TradingView, okay? And you have to spend money to make money. I'm sorry, you got to spend money to make money. And getting the Pro Plus plan with TradingView will only be $30 a month. Okay, but all of these features that you'll get with it will allow you to make that $30 a month back. So if you click the link in the description, you can actually join under my TradingView account, and it will pay for your first month, as well as give you an additional 10 or 15% off, depending on what plan you go with every month after that. So make sure y'all click that in the description, okay? You need TradingView. You need TradingView. That's just my opinion there. All right. So we see here, we love to see it. Let's go back to last year, and we can look in here and we see that it has held, it was holding in this 293 as resistance mostly, right? We see it just hugging there. We did get some breakdown over here, got back up inside of our trend line. And again, just in here hugging this 293.25. Okay. So Wednesday of this year, January 4th, right? We did break above here with a wick. We love to see that wick. And the fact that the wick is not even touching this level makes it even more beautiful and gives us even more of an indication that this was going to continue to go up to our next level here at 312. And that's what happens, okay? Now this move, we did not catch. We did not catch this move. I can't even lie to you, but Friday, we caught this move back down. Okay, so let's go to the 5-minute chart now, right? Because you always want to start off looking at everything from a top-down point of view. So Friday pre-market, we wake up and oh my gosh, it was here above this level. When we were looking at our futures as well as the European market and what movement that they had, we could already take a pretty good guess that the market was going to move lower. So we said, okay, Netflix below 312.09, baby, you see it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Y'all see that? This was a beautiful move straight down. Now, we did have a couple candles that gave you a little bit of whiplash in there, okay? But if you know, you wouldn't have sold. You know you wouldn't have sold, okay? Because we love, even though this candle did end up being bullish at one point, look at how quickly it rejected. That's that stay in there. That's that stay in there signal, okay? Stay in that thing. And you would have been able to get this move from 312.09 right on down here to 303. We ate, okay? So also in the description, you will see the link to join the family's Discord, okay? Because we ate. That was, let's measure that move out. How much of a percent move was that? Look how clean it broke that level. An $8 move down gonna get you a negative 2.57% move in price. Now, when we transfer that over to what the profit looking like, the profit was profiting in those contracts that we bought, okay? We love to see that. 7 bars, 35 minutes. It was a beautiful day. All right. However, let's get in here. Let me move this on out the way. Let me move this up here out the way. So let's get into some of the swing plays that I'm looking at, okay? So keep in mind, I'll pull this back up, that this $8 move down got you a 2.6% move in price, right? Which is gonna eat, it's gonna eat. But one thing I will tell you is that Netflix, if you do not catch it right off of these levels, your pre-made levels, because we chart over here, right? Okay. That child was I saying, I don't know. If you know, you know, I'm anything. So but the premiums are expensive. Okay. The premiums can tend to be very expensive, especially if it is a volatile day in the market or specifically a volatile day with this stock. So listen. I got y'all, okay? First up, the first thing that I want to look at with y'all is Spirit. And I absolutely love that their ticker is saved because y'all knew what y'all was doing. But we're gonna come up and we're gonna look at Spirit. I know they look a hot mess, okay? Ocean, mommy's trying to educate the people. Can you get out? Do you want to get out? Now I know this look like this. Okay, now this ain't nothing that you want to trade, in my opinion, that you want to sit here and trade for an intraday trade, that you just want to be like, oh, let me wake up and trade Spirit today. No, baby, this is a swing stock. Okay, you want to swing trade with this stock. All right, now I'm going to show y'all how simplistic I have charted Spirit out. Let me show you how simplistic I have charted this out. And I have been trading these 3 levels. That's it. That's all I've been trading, these 3 levels since I'm gonna say about 2018. No, 2019. And I got real heavy with it in 2020, of course. Okay. Now look at this. If we went all the way back to 2012, look how it was respected over there. Look right there. But listen, y'all. Now for Spirit, we really don't need to look at this on the daily. I just wanted to show y'all the levels that I was looking at, as well as the fact that this is in a downtrend. Overall, of course, we know that airlines are in a downtrend, right? And they've been in a downtrend since 2020, unfortunately. And listen, baby, last month Southwest said, and we're gonna stay in a downtrend, right? So we want to look at this, but let's toggle down here to the 1 hour time frame. Let's come down here to the 1 hour time frame, y'all. Now, if we look at the overall move, let's break down this overall move that it has made thus far. So coming from this demand zone down here, like around 1820, we see that this was a rally. A base that we know turned into, ended up being distribution, right? There's two different types of bases that can be. Now, a base is what people will call sideways trading, consolidation, whatever. Listen, I'm a supply and demand trader, so I'm going to call this a base. Now, there's two different types that it can be. It can be accumulation, and we see accumulation bases form at support, right? Because they're accumulating at a cheaper price. And we'll see distribution at touches of resistance, right? And that's because they're going to start distributing back their shares and contracts to the market and giving back that supply, right? So we see the rally, the base that we know is distribution because it ended up dropping. And then now, for about since December 16th, so mid-December, it has been in a base, okay? So we have a rally, distribution, drop, base. Now, the reason why I'm calling this a base and not naming it accumulation or distribution is because it hasn't broke out of this base. We do not know yet what it will do, right? But with this in mind, now let's just we'll come here and look at this. We can clearly see that this 1982 in here, like around here, it's held it as demand, or it has held it as support. And then if it does break that, this 1820 will hold it as demand, okay? Now, y'all, there is a channel in here. If I break this down and I'm looking at it, at what is going to be what I like to call a reactive level in between my supply and my demand zone. What I call as a reactive level is just if it breaks above here, we know that something is going to happen here. It's either going to break above or it's going to break below on that level. And that is the channel that I have traded for about 2 years, and it makes me a bag. Okay. So clearly we see here, I am waiting on SAVE to either break above this 1982, and I'm going to take it right here to this trend line, my resistance trend line that has been respected since we're going all the way up here to March 2021. Right? It has been respected, very clearly respected. So I'm going to take it to the trend line because this is not the time to go around. It's not. Okay. So when I take it there, break this 1982 and come up here. Now, y'all remember what that $8 move on Netflix, what that percent in profit or what that percent in move was? A 2.57% move, right? Right. Let's measure this out from this 1982 up here to my trend line. A dollar move, that's going to go 5%. We only need this to go up $1 to see a 5% in return on the price. Like, oh, okay, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I got y'all. When I say I got y'all, I truly mean it. I got y'all, okay? Now, if you choose to break up out this trend line, clearly I'm going to hold on to it. Clearly I'm going to hold on to it, okay? Clearly. Now, one of the things that I do like about TradingView, one of the features I like is when you do use this measuring tool. Now, is this going to hit just like accurately? Is this something you can take to the bank? Nah, but look in here. It's saying that this dollar move is going to be a 5% move in price, right? Because we also have to remember, look, these small cap stocks, it's in that $19.30 right now. A small cap stock moving $1 is a huge move in this price versus when you're trading a large cap stock like Netflix. Okay. That's in that like $300 something to whatever it's in, right? Okay. We love these type of moves, these contracts. The premiums are so flipping affordable, and y'all already know in the description. I'm gonna show y'all the ones that I'm looking at. Okay, you're not gonna spend more than like 30. I'll say you should not spend more than $30 buying these contracts. If you do the work to go find these contracts that have high open interest and good volume, or we'll say high open interest and steady volume, you're not gonna spend no more than $30 on these contracts. Okay, you should be looking at premiums that are in the 30 and 40% range and lower. Okay, and look at that return and move that we're gonna get. Okay, now I know y'all excited. I know y'all here with me. I know y'all are. So now let's look. If you decide to break below this 1907, an 87-cent move is going to get me a 4.5% move. We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay. So y'all keep, okay. Rewind. Go back and watch these levels. Make sure you go and chart this, write it down so that you see what I see, and then we can all get this back together. Okay. So that's my first setup that I am looking at. Save. Okay. Now let us go to American Airlines. Y'all, I love me some American Airline. I love American Airline. The other day, we took American Airline from 1280 to 1232. And one of the big dogs in the family got like a 400% profit. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. I don't know why that song stuck in my head, but I'm probably going to be singing it for most of this recording. Let's be real. I'm going to sing it for most of this recording. And I hope it gets stuck in your head too. Okay, so the channel that I am looking in here, my favorite channel is this 1472 supply zone in the 1223. Y'all know what I was saying, right? And that's 1223 for my demand zone. Of course, we see that we are in this downtrend, okay? That we are in this downtrend up in here. So let me show y'all what I see. What is it that I'm seeing? What is it that I'm seeing? Okay, I'm seeing this thing come up here to this to our supply zone around 1472, and I will be looking for a rejection. I will be looking for a rejection. If this continues outside of this trend line, I would love to see a beautiful rejection to carry it back down here towards 1320. I know y'all want me to measure it. I know you want me to measure it. I know you want me to measure and show y'all that this $1.50 move is going to get us a 10%. Come on, God. We hear you. We hear you. You want us to be wealthy. We hear you. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it, God. Now, if it break that, please, God, please break that. Come on back down to my demand zone. Because when I tell you that I'm gonna hold this play, I truly mean it. I truly mean it. This is a beautiful swing play right here. Y'all, I love this channel. This channel gets me 16%. When I take the rejection or the bounce at the 1223, thank you, God, for all your blessings, okay? Because I love this channel. I love this channel. I love this 1472 down to this 1223 channel, okay? Okay, so I'm definitely going to watch that. Now, we might also just see it break back inside of this resistance trend line and come on back down here. Regardless, my eyes is on the prize. Regardless, don't matter. That's still a 4%, don't matter. And if it breaks that, okay, continues to flush down there, period. Y'all see what I see. Y'all see what I see. So, American Airlines. And if we look here at their earnings, January 19th, coming up. Let's go back to Spirit and let's look at theirs. Theirs isn't until February. Like that first week in there in February. American Airlines is January 19th. And then let's look at Delta. When's Delta's earnings? Oh, this Friday. Oh, is this why she's looking at all these airlines and looking at these swing? Oh. Because is Delta going to miss earnings? Problem. Southwest, let us know what's up, okay? So, the channel that I am obsessed with in here in Delta, so we'll look here on the daily first. So I am paying attention to, now my trend line, my resistance trend line, I'm not that satisfied with it, but if I come in here and I look at it, I'm okay because there's always exceptions to trends, right? So this bad boy did attempt to break above, but we see it consolidated right in here and broke back below it. Same thing here, right? Broke back below it, so on and so on. So this trend line has been in play since still 2021. And like I said, we've seen that it is rejecting it. Even if it broke above it, we still broke back. When it pulled back to retest it as support now, it couldn't hold it as support and it came back on down here to about 35.56. Say it in Jesus' name, amen. And again, right in here, again, it's another exception. This based, so we see that this was a drop, a base, and then now we know is accumulating because it broke back above our demand zone. And baby, since this has been a channel that we've been able to play since July, look, this move right in here, This channel in here, this channel in here. I know. I'm trying not to sing the song, but I know. Okay, now in here we did have a bullish wedge, a bullish wedge, and then it broke out of it. We love to see that. Okay, we have the higher we have the lower lows, the lower highs, and when we're looking at our trend lines, they're converging, and it broke out of it. And then on Friday, we did see it move above the supply zone. Now, I didn't catch this move. The reason being is because I'm just watching it. And then also when I was looking at the daily, another reason that I'm truly believing that this is going to just come on back down here inside of my trend line is, let's look at RSI. The price, which is annotated by the purple line, is too far above momentum, which is annotated by the yellow line, right? The price cannot trade above volume. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Okay, this thing need to come on back down to meet my trend line. So I am watching for the reject back down. Okay, now I will not take this move until it comes to my trend line. Or until it breaks back inside of my trend line, because it could come back down here to retest it as support and be able to hold it as support and move back up, right? I don't want to get caught in that. I want to make the safest, most probable move. So I want this to break back inside of my trend line. So I'm going to need to see it close at least on the hourly time frame. I'm going to need to see a candle close pretty well inside of here, and then I will enter to take it down here to my 31. I know. Okay. So that is 100% what I am watching now. Their last two earnings of 2022, baby, it was a miss. It was a miss. And I don't know how they could have done any better in quarter four. You messed up if you messed up, or you know what I'm saying, if you messed up the last 2 quarters of the year, I just don't know how you did during the holiday season as you were returning everybody or canceling everybody's flights. I'm thinking you didn't make revenue. Okay, so make sure that y'all keep don't come back and look at this next month and be like, dang, I watched that whole video. She explained it, she got us hyped, and then you didn't trade it. Make the math. Make the math make sense, okay? Make it make sense. Don't sit here and watch somebody do something, break it down, explain it to you, put it here on video so you can go back and rewind it to watch it so that you can see what I see, so that you can see what you need to see, and then we all can see what we need to see together, which is this bad, right? Don't make that mistake. Keep up with these airlines, because Delta's earnings is going to lead the way with these airlines making these moves, okay? We see it on both sides. What the frick we gonna be able to do? Okay, make sure you do it. All right, next up, DraftKings. Love me some DraftKings. Again, simple. I keep it so simple with these small cap stocks. Once I find my channel that I like, that's it. That's all. I don't worry about nothing else, because those channels are tried and true. Those channels have made me that bad. So why would I do anything else to mess that up when I have guaranteed that those channels is going to. All right. So in here, let's do our top down analysis. Baby. We seen the rise and fall. Okay, there are so many stocks where you see this 2020 rise and the 21 and the 2022 fall. Okay, DraftKings was one of them. So very much so. Why is this purple? Y'all see that this is my supply zone, and then I have this down here as my demand zone, and then the purple line under that is what I would use as my exception, like the exception to my demand zone, like where it will go if it breaks below this demand zone. I see it giving me at least this 1118, right? And let's make this so that y'all can see it. I must have been trying to show somebody else this, but yes, so not the dotted line, not the dotted line. This is good. This is good. So y'all see it's holding it as support. We see this wick in there, and to be totally honest, Oh no, yeah, I had it there because I wanted to get it at like at least. And if it break past that, more money for me, right? And I see that this is at least where it's gonna go when it falls below 1258, right? We see every time that has been at least where it's gonna go. Even when we go all the way back here to 2020, to the rise of DraftKings, which I love DraftKings. I love sports though, so I love me some DraftKings, okay? And I be figuring out, even when I'm in a state where you can't use DraftKings. All right, so we see this descending channel that's been in place since August. It has moved beautifully in it. And honestly, y'all, I think I want to adjust my trend line. I think I want to adjust. No, no, put that back, girl. Put that back. This don't work for you. Put that back. Okay, period. Because again, when it did break out below it, we see that this was a drop, a base, which we now know was accumulation because it broke back above it. This broke down, attempted to break down below there, but we see that wick pushing it back up, came back up to retest it, came down a little bit, and then got back up over there. It formed a base that we know was distribution because it dropped, and now we are in this base again. Now, you might ask, well, why don't you bring this level down to here if this is where this base is? Why? Because you still have to look to the left and make sure that it makes sense, right? So for in the instance with Spirit, with Save, it didn't make sense going into the left. And history repeats itself in Wall Street been black. Okay, but history repeats itself on the market because that's why they call them patterns, trends. Okay? Because it just repeats itself. So again, we see this rally, distribution, drop, basing. So I would absolutely love to see DraftKings above this 1258 because again, that is just going to get me the safest move. That's just what I'm going to do. But y'all see this in here. If y'all did shoot by, I just wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Not to enter into a swing play, right? Maybe you can catch you a nice day trade if it breaks above this 1182 and it's with the profit target in mind of this 1258. But listen, I want this move, and I will purely be taking it back to this very respected trend line. Okay, or maybe this base might be distributing, and then I'm going to want it. Then that is when I will be watching for it to break below this wick because that is safest, although that's not where I have my level at, right? That's not where I have like this level at. I'm still going to want it to get past this wick because if it gets past this wick, I'm going to be watching to see if it bounces back up towards the resistance trend line, purely because that is what it has done, right? But if it continues to break down below, then I'm looking to take it down here to at least this 1012, at least. Okay. Let the church say amen, amen, amen. Okay, now if we look at this on the 1 hour, now this is the move that I'm saying, like if you just so happen to catch this like for a day trade, right? I'm setting myself up for a swing. Again, we can clearly see that this has acted as resistance when we look back in the past, right? It's previous resistance, boop, boop, boop. We see this huge gap up there, kind of wrote it as support. We see that in there, okay? This 1185 up here to this 1285, okay? Don't try to really hold it unless you see it completely go past there. A 71% move is still going to be beautiful to come in here and catch that as a day trade as well, okay? Now, all of these that I have pulled up that I'm going through and showing y'all, small account friendly. Small account friendly. All right, now let's look at Kroger. Yeah, I'm still going. I got y'all with the watch list on these small cap stocks. I'm still going. Not you, baby. I ain't want to try to go to you. Okay, top down analysis again. Y'all see that in there. Y'all see that why that's my supply zone. Y'all see why this my demand zone. Holding it as support, taking out, holding it as resistance, and then y'all see this channel in here, right? Y'all see this channel in here, which was really technically kind of broken when this came and it held this 42 41.99, but when it held the 42 and came back up, right? And we could even call this a double bottom. Doot, doot, doot. And went back up, kind of attempted to come up, but rejected in there. And now we're looking down in here. So let me show y'all the move that I am looking for. Now, this was actually a move that I missed and I was waiting for it. So this is, I was using this, which is, I can adjust it definitely now. I was using this as my secondary trend line, right? And then we see that this is a broadening formation. Now there's lots of different terminology for it and how you'll see it set up, like if you're doing strat, ICT, whatever, but listen, all of that is based off of supply and demand. The world has run on supply and demand since Christopher Columbus came over here and killed all the Indians. Okay, we run on supply and demand, probably even way before that. We could go back to the slave trade, but we ain't gonna get into all of that over here. Okay, Wall Street been black. However, this was, I did end up missing this when it broke out of this channel, y'all. And I am so upset because it happened Thursday, like afternoon. I was like, and so y'all see on this, I was like, no, that's going to reject back down. Child, not the market rallied on Friday. So that was a nice little move in there. That was a nice little move in there, like for a day trade. However, what's it doing right here? Look like it want to reject back down. Look like it want to reject back down. Look down here at this RSI. Look at the price already trying to come back down here to meet momentum, okay? And hopefully we will see it fall below momentum, and I will 100%, if I see it break below this 45.68, as far as a day trade, I will 100% be looking to take it down here back to this trend line. Well, really to the primary trend line, right? Because that secondary is broken and it's out of play. So I'll be looking for it to come back down here if I can catch that for a day trade. Now, overall, I would love to see this break back inside of the trend line and then catch this move down here to 42, back down to my demand zone. We would love to see that move, okay? We would love to see that move. All right. Now, y'all have to forgive Sky. Y'all know she a little, y'all know she ratchet. Great. Now here comes the big one. Here comes the big one. Y'all. When I say target was on that crack is whack target, missed this move, okay, but would love to see a what? A rejection. So actually, let me plot this one out for y'all in here. Now look at this. Whoever caught this pin bar down here on the daily and then on this day, look at this return that you would have been able to get from this 141 up here to this 160. And that happens in a week. $20. That's insane, y'all. That's insane. Like if we look here on the weekly, how much y'all done made in a week? Well, like a little, I really can't do math, y'all, but look at that. That's beautiful. However, this is a trend line that I am watching when I'm in here when I look on the weekly. We come on back down here to the daily just to see if we want to adjust it some, and we do. And we do, because look at that. Now me zooming in. Is this wig laid? Do I got this wig laid? I'm going to upload it anyway. That's okay. I'm going to upload it anyway. Now let's zoom in. Let's make sure we're seeing what it is that we need to see. Let's make sure that we are in here seeing what we need to see. Wicks or tricks. I don't mind if wicks go above my level. And perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Now, this has been respected since April of 2022. Look at there. Came right up on that. So, and also, y'all see that on the RSI? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? You need to come on back down. You need to come on back down. You need to come on back down. Okay, now me, I am going to wait for it to come below the low of Friday, right? Because if it comes there, it will have entered into this gap. Okay, it will have entered into this gap, and I'll be looking to take it back down here to this 152.62. So if we look in here at this yellow level that I just drew, we see it's held it as support, resistance. Now it's a little janky in here, yes, but I bet you if I went through and read the story, it makes sense. Look at that, catching the bodies. Wicks are tricks. Catching the bodies. Boom. Close right on that. Open right on that. Boom, boom. Catching the bodies. Wicks are tricks. Boom. Got that pin bar rejection. Wicks are tricks. Pull it back to retest it. Another wick rejection. On back down. Okay. We love to see it. Okay. It don't matter if it look a little janky. You gotta zoom in out. You gotta make it bigger so you could go back and read the story. Okay. So I would love to see it below this 156.87, which is at the low of 156.92. I'm gonna keep mine at this 156.87. Give me a little bit of room. Give me a little bit of room. On down here. Okay. Now this ain't gonna be that big because you see on target the price is higher than when we were looking at the airlines and DraftKings, right? So the percent, the dollar move and the percent move, they're gonna be like a smaller margin than, did I say that right? Than when we look at our airlines. Baby, I want you to go on and break this and come on down here to my demand zone. We love to see it. All right, y'all. And that is my watch list. Those are all my swing trades that I'm looking at. Very much so. Oh, and also if we look in here at the 1 hour, this thing is so overbought. It's ridiculous. Come on down here. Come on down to the demand level because that's what I want. So my demand zone. But all right, y'all, that is my watch list of my small account trades, how I look at them from a top-down analysis, and how I plan to trade them. Make sure you click the link in my bio because I will, or click the link in the description because I will have the trading view pulled up so that you can get your first month off for free and a discount every month after that, as well as the link to join the Discord, where I say that my Discord is where novice traders don't get lost in the sauce. Okay, I spend more time with novice traders because I want to make sure that you're good. Wall Street Ben Black. I'm here for everybody that look like me. All right. I hope that you all have an amazing week next week in the market, and I'll see y'all in the family. Bye.